So today we're going to take a look at how you can make a background in Premiere Pro. Now this isn't like creating the actual image or video or whatever you're using. This is how to make it look more like a background and take less focus off the background and put more focus on your foreground items. So I have a couple of examples to show you here, and one is you can use a gradient image like this. This is just one that I've created in Photoshop, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to our effects panel once we've put it on the timeline. And straight away we're just going to brightness and contrast. Just search for brightness and contrast in there. Simply drag that on. Then we want to go to our effects controls panel, which is up here. And when we're in here, we want to just type in like -10. This does depend on your image. So maybe for this one, -30 might be better. So if you look at the difference between -30 and 0, there is quite a difference there. See if we do -50. Obviously you get the idea of this. You can even play with the slider and find out what works for you. There is also the contrast, but I think I'd just rather leave the contrast alone for the purpose of this tutorial. Another thing you can do is blur. Now if we want a Gaussian blur, so we type in GAU, you're going to start seeing it pop up, the Gaussian blur. Just simply drag that onto your clip. Once you have our Gaussian blur, we want to go back to our effect controls. And in here we can change it. On this particular image you're not going to notice too much. Even though I change it to 100, you're not going to notice a lot. You're not really going to notice a lot until I go to something like stupid, like 600%. And take it back to 0. That's kind of when you notice it with this particular image. But if we go to our next image, turn that on, and apply the same effects again. There's our Gaussian blur, and our brightness are now applied. So we're in the effect controls. And I've got two brightnesses. If you do want to delete one, you just simply click delete on your keyboard if you want to get rid of one. So as you can see here, I'm going to turn the brightness down a bit on this. So 10 seems to work for this, and if I put a 30 on the blur, you're going to see there that we have a bit of a, it looks more like a background, less detail and less focus we apply to the background and more onto your foreground. See if we try a bit darker. Once again, you've still got that nice background, but people are going to pay more attention to your foreground stuff, and it doesn't look as busy or cluttered. And I think this is a good way, especially if you like making like analytical content or you want to put screenshots on your YouTube videos or whatever. This is a good way to have the background. I hope you found that useful, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.